Hello and welcome into another quick video. I figured I should actually record something after all of the videos that I've recently put up, especially with the very impromptu one of yesterday because of, Claude Lemieux. I'm not going to play Mean the Hollower, to be fair, while I'm doing this video because it's just came out and this is most likely going to be my game of the year. I have a strong feeling. It's really good. It is absolutely perfect for anyone who likes Zelda and any Souls sort of games and Castlevania as well. It's like a perfect mix of all three of them. It truly is absolutely fantastic. I've been playing it non-stop since it came out. But anyway, the whole point of the video update that I wanted to do, I figured what with the nature of all of the videos that I've been putting up being rather bleak and depressing ones, I should probably put something up just to see that things are actually going kind of okay for myself. I'm not going to lie and say I've had a good year or anything. I most definitely have not. The entire year has basically been nothing but illness after illness, not just chronic illness stuff, but illness after illness, and I was definitely using hockey as a way to help with my mental health. So obviously the fact that the team completely choked and that definitely had a negative effect of things. But overall, like big scale, real world life, whatever scale you want to see here, I'm flubbering here completely with trying to see a big picture. That's it. That was the saying that I was trying to fucking remember. What big picture? I'm actually doing a hell of a lot better than I have been in a while, to say the least. It's mental health wise, it's going a lot better than things had been to start the year. I've definitely noticed that since dropping a large amount of weight, which medical marijuana allowed me to do, I no longer eat my feelings. I definitely splurge by, and ever since cutting a lot of people out of my life for abuse reasons, which I'm trying not to take the video into this sort of area because I don't want to be doing a trauma dump thing or anything. I noticed that instead of eating my feelings anymore, I kind of buy things and splurge buy things. And for my birthday, which is coming up, I decided I mentioned in a video recently that I'd actually been playing Majora's Mask on the 3DS. I've noticed just how much I missed my 3DS, and there's a lot of people who are realizing having analog devices, things that aren't just connected to pretty much all social media, which I've managed to get off all social media for the large majority. It's pretty much the only time I ever really say anything is when I'm in a Discord server, which I know is technically social media, but it's not like the whole doom scrolling social media. So the only time I ever really say it is whenever I'm in a Discord server and someone like posts something, and it's usually jokey stuff that gets posted on those or avstat stuff. So for the most part, social media is completely out of my life, and that using the 3DS has definitely been able to help with that. And I've really got so hooked back onto it that I wanted to be able to make videos with it, and you can't really do that easily. So I've kind of treated myself for my birthday to a new 3DS, and I hate the whole marketing with that. The model itself is actually a new 3DS. It is not new, it is pre-owned. It is a used one that someone has already modified to hopefully allow me to be able to actually record footage on it. And I've been buying an absolute shit ton of carts. I was an old digital person, but a lot of games never actually came out digitally on the 3DS. Like, you weren't able to buy Kid Icarus, and Kid Icarus Uprising is one of my all-time favorite games. It's something that I put an obscene amount of time in. I was genuinely really good at the online multiplayer, to the point of that it was a 3v3 game, and I could usually win the game when it was 1v3. I really was. I don't know why, but that is like the one online game that I truly was exceptionally good at. So I put a lot of time into it, and I absolutely have adored the 3DS so much that, yeah, I am, because I'm no longer buying an Avs jersey for myself, essentially, for my birthday treat, I've decided to go for a 3DS that hopefully I'll be able to actually record videos on, because I've never actually played Fire Emblem Awakening before. And after playing Majora's Mask 3DS, I decided to go for, well, to be fair, it's just 3D, I decided to go for Fire Emblem, and I'm completely hooked on it. I cannot get enough of it at the moment. It is my before bed game. It is. That's another thing that I'm loving about the 3DS. The fact that I can actually take it with me anywhere, being, perfectly fucking pocket sized. It's something that I can actually take out and about with me as well when I go to many, many doctor's appointments, because I had a play date and I absolutely loved the play date, and the play date lasted me about a year before the D-pad completely crapped out. It made a crunch one day. I was just using it regularly. I hadn't been eating by it. I hadn't done anything that would get debris into it. And suddenly I just heard a crunch. And that was it. The left on the D-pad just completely stopped fucking working. So that sucked. And I've been desperate for something that wasn't my phone for when I was out and about. And I've noticed the 3DS is absolutely perfect for that. So I've just been playing a hell of a lot. I've been going through A Link Between Worlds because I'd only ever played it once. Been going through the Luigi's Mansion port. Weirdly, Luigi's Mansion 2, I love the first game so much. Cannot stand the second game. I know I need to actually get around to actually playing it properly and having a full go of it, but the problem is, because of how the map is designed and how you do a couple of missions, well, you do a mission and then you immediately start back at something and you've got to go for scores and that, I hated the entire premise. And what I'm noticing is the 3DS version of Luigi's Mansion seems to be the same, unless I'm just completely misremembering with how it opens in the GameCube version. I keep getting teleported back to EGAD Lab way more often than I thought, and I'm like, I'm getting a bad feeling that they've mobiled this game, and I don't even understand that, because again, that's something that's got Ocarina and Majora and Link Between Worlds and Fire Emblem Awakening, like loads of these really huge games, and I don't get it. But anyway, maybe I'm just misremembering. Maybe I need to get further into it, and suddenly it does actually become the game that it's supposed to be. But I've just been so absolutely hooked on the thing that I've been playing through and buying up so many games that I used to own, so many games that I never got to play. I completely skipped Kirby Planet Robobot because I was kind of done with my 3DS at that point. I never got around to playing Samus Metroid Samus Returns, not Samus Metroid Returns. I never got around to actually finishing it. I played a couple hours and I was like, I'm not really enjoying this right now. So yeah, I've just been completely hooked on it, and hopefully this one that I've bought, this modified one with the capture ability, I'll actually be able to record videos on it, because there's a lot that I want to do, because that's where I've been spending so much of my time, to the point of I've started Bond, I've played a couple hours of it, and now I don't know when I'm going to get around to finishing it, because again, my before bed game is Fire Emblem, and my actual before bed routine is reading something, which at the moment I'm in the middle of the 4th Expanse book, but a lot of media at the moment is definitely helping me get through some of the darker days, but overall, the video just wanted to be a quick update of saying that things are going better than they may have been implied by recent videos. And I know I've just completely done a very quick tangent that I then forgot to finish the 3DS part thing there, and it's kind of completely gone due to a spike of pain. It's been brutal migraine-wise recently. The last 5 days specifically, it's been really brutal. So yeah, if I remember, I know the last thing I said was Planet Robobot, and I don't know where I was actually going to go from there. Because, it might have just simply been that I never got around to playing the WarioWare Gold game on that. So, like, there's genuinely so much that I could actually do at the moment. And that's before I get around to actually exploring what I can do on one that has been modified to be able to allow this capture software and everything, that I don't know what it's going to actually come with. I just know that the person had already pre-done all of this, and I wanted one of the smaller versions because I've got an XL at the moment, and I wanted the smaller version for taking out with me because I've noticed the XL, it just about fits in, but it's a tight fit, and I figure the smaller one would be better. But yeah, I even with this little bit of waffle, I cannot for the life of me remember what I was saying, or wanting to end after Kirby. And it might have even been that I was still in the middle of trying to get back to saying that I need to give Luigi's Mansion a try, and that's why I put this on, because this is obviously one of the 3DS games that's available on the Switch. Oh, and it might have been that. Just as a weird little thing, that I know I'm not the only person who's noticed this, but you mightn't have noticed it, so I'm going to mention it. The 3DS is, on a technicality, the only Nintendo console, because it is still a console, it's a handheld, where you can play every single era of Nintendo on it. Now, legally, you can't play Virtual Boy games, but I know people who hack them and do all of that side of modding things, which I genuinely don't have a clue about. I've not looked into it, and I'm not saying that, I'm no stranger to emulators these days, and I've looked into stuff like that. I genuinely don't know what the hell I'm doing with that sort of modding on a 3DS. It's why I haven't done it with the one that I own, because at the end of the day, I wanted to make sure that I didn't mess that up, because I had a lot of really great digital games on there that, I've got a lot of the DLC for, like Fire Emblems. And I'm losing my own train of thought again. Oh, yes. So, Virtual Boy games you can't officially get on, but I know you can mod them on. But outside of the Virtual Boy, you can play NES games, like The Legend of Zelda. You can play SNES games, and because of the pain, I'm going to repeat a lot of franchises, but SNES games, like A Link to the Past. You can play N64 games, and I don't just mean Ocarina and Majora and Star Fox 3D. I know you can probably emulate them as well using the modded thing, but those three are the ones that come to mind. On a technicality, they are still N64 games. I know that one's a little bit loose. Trust me, it's going to get worse. GameCube, Luigi's Mansion, and Ocarina of Time Master Quest. That is legitimately what I mean by it's going to get worse. On a technicality, that was a GameCube exclusive. After that, we have Wii. You can get things like Kirby's Epic Yarn. Wii U, Yoshi's Woolly World. And this is the part where people might really get pissed off. You can get Donkey Kong Country Returns. And I think I've already mentioned Kirby's Epic. I'm trying to remember what the other Switch example was. Oh, that was it. Hyrule Warriors. You can get Hyrule Warriors on the Switch, and Donkey Kong Country Returns, on a technicality, is a Switch 2 game, because they made a Switch version that got a free Switch 2 update. So you could play through the start to finish of every single one of their consoles on a very generous, shall we say, very generous technicality. But then you could also obviously play Game Boy games, because all the Mega Man games are on there. Game Boy Color games, Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons. They had GBA games with the Ambassador thing. Nintendo DS games are its backwards compatibility, and 3DS games are its actual purpose. So you could play every single era of Nintendo, weirdly, on this one little handheld. And yeah, it's I've definitely fallen back in love with it, and I didn't realise that this has actually become a trend. I've noticed that since picking it up, I'm seeing a lot more other people saying and posting videos and saying how they've really rediscovered their 3DS, and like, why did they ever put it away? And it's like, well, we know why we put it away, but like, there's a reason we didn't sell it, and this is that reason. And yeah, there's so many games that I am really experiencing that I'm absolutely loving, and there's a couple that I'm really wishing I'd managed to buy, or a couple that I'd kept, because I used to have the Project X Zone games, and they are way too pricey for me to buy back. And then there's Radiant Historia that I would love to get, and that's way too pricey as well. But yeah, total Ramble video aside, hopefully I'll actually be able to do proper 3DS videos though going forward, all of this year. And this is why I just wanted to do this kind of general ramble and mess about vid. And I know the gameplay footage has been horrendous. Again, a lot of pain at this moment in time, so I just put something on to walk around, and it turns out I picked a really bad level. I thought I picked a level where I actually had a lot more free reign at the start, and I'm already forgetting what I'm supposed to be doing, because I haven't played this in about 9 months. I really, really need to just skip this and play the third one, don't I? Because I've heard so many people say the third one's brilliant, but my brain is broken, and my brain refuses to let me do that until I've beat the second one. And it's a shame that I just really do not vibe with this game. But anyway, until the next time, I've been Sky Fellowship. I truly do hope you have a great rest of your day. And yeah, hopefully one of the next videos you'll be seeing is actually me doing 3DS stuff. I would really, really fucking like that, because yeah, I'm really enjoying this little handheld again. I've missed it. I didn't realise how much I missed it, but holy fucking shit did I miss it. And that's not to say that I don't adore my Switch 2, but the Switch 2 is not easy to carry around with you. It just really fucking isn't. And the ability to just slip this in my pocket is so fucking nice. Anyway, truly do hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!